This program is brought to you by UCKG.
It's happening in every neighborhood.
Open the door! Who is it? Huh? This is why you really want to leave me.
No, I didn't.
Down every street. Sickness, addiction, and violence has been turning countless homes into crime scenes. Suffering, depressed, alone, suicidal.
A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to your program, Problems and Solutions of this Wednesday. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm here tonight before the altar of God, the place where we minister the prayers. And I want to tell you, my dear friend, that doesn't matter the situation, the problem that you are facing, there is solution. Many times you think, or many times comes to an idea to you that is better to quit, is better to give up, because there is no solution for you. But I'm here to tell you that there is solution. And that's why we have our number open, our telephone number open, 08612-1255, or either our WhatsApp, or if you are watching us on Facebook, you can contact us through our messenger. And we're going to have the pleasure to speak with you, to help you. Yes, we want to help you. Regardless of your religions, we want to help you. And we want to tell you that you can come out of this problem. You are not alone, because God is performing miracles in our days. Let's see stories of people who overcome, because more than me talking, I want to show to you testimonies of people that through the power of God, they found the light. And the same way, you can find it as well.
For UCKG, my life was a mess. Everything was really bad, including my emotional life, my financial life. I couldn't sleep. I had the panic attacks so bad that I ended up in the hospital. Top of all of it was my addiction, which cost me my daughter. She was put in the foster care. I was giving up on myself, on life completely. And then I went to UCKG. The same day I was freed from addiction, and my life started to go up and up and up. But regarding what was with my daughter, there was struggle, like fight every day. Even to seeing her was always something wrong, or dates was mixed up, or times was mixed up. Lawyers was as confused as me. They couldn't chase up any papers, any signatures. One time they're saying 3 months, other time is already 6 months, and nothing is happening, and I'm not getting any answers. Knowing that I done everything from my part, even more, I was not going to accept that. And I decided when I went home, as I said, some things went to the bin, some things went to the pawn shop, and what I can put on the altar, I did. God honored me, He heard and He accepted. To keep that focus on the altar is really important, because if you will look left or right, you will forget why you are doing that. And God accepted. The joy is right there, because you know everything will be fine. And I was really calm, really calm. Everyone in the school was like really anxious and was like, oh, I keep calling them, I saying them, do this one or that. And I was like, calm down, everything is fine, just no rush. And everything sorted out by itself, better than I ever can expect. Because in my mind, what I was planning, and when I wanted to get her back, it would be mess. She was in the right time, bring back to me. He blessed me even more, because everyone was saying that it will be hard when she will come back, and there was nothing like that. She came back home to mom. She didn't came back to me thinking that she can be taken away. She knew what God done in my life. Then when we started to go together to the church, she realized it's for real, and she started like physically, mommy, I love you, the cuddles, kisses all the time, and we are even closer together I'm more patient with her. She's more happy to spend time. She knows that we can do lots of fun things together. I basically finally fulfilling mom's role. If before I was all over the place, I couldn't be even a normal human, decent being, then I can say I'm a good mom at the moment.
The storm keeps piling onto you. When it rains, it pours, and the storm you are facing seems like it will never end. The storm of financial problems, family arguments, prison, addiction, marital issues, and more just keeps piling onto you. You have no answers, and it appears that you will drown in it. In the Bible, Jesus was able to calm a heavy thunderstorm, even though the others that were with him in their boat were worried. He said to them, "Why are you fearful, O you of little faith?" Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm.
I used to drink a lot. I never really did like other drugs. I was, social drinker, but the past like 2-3 years and when it got really deep. I think it's just been a lot of stress with work and having 2 young kids and being married, and the alcohol started to seep into those areas, and it started to affect my work. It started to affect my marriage. It started to affect the kids. I wasn't performing too well at work, and sometimes I would go into work intoxicated a little, just so I could get the edge off with dealing with my job. My husband started to worry more because, he would come home and I would be drunk. But to me, I felt as if I was still, okay, I wasn't blacked out drunk, but I couldn't remember some of the stuff, before I would go to bed. I couldn't remember how I got into bed. I thought I was controlling it because, I wasn't breaking the law. I wasn't going out driving, and, I thought I would handle it if I would try to drink when my husband was home to take care of the kids, so at least the kids were taken care of. But it got a little intense because now Children and Family Services got involved. So, it started to get serious. I volunteered to go into a treatment center. So, my husband was very supportive. He's always been supportive. I went, and it was educational as far as like learning the science behind addiction, but I still didn't feel like I overcame it or, it was done. I still had the urge. So I just felt like I had nowhere else to turn. And my sister actually invited me to the church, and, I just told her, I'm like, I don't know what else to do. So I came on a Sunday. I told God, I'm like, I need the Holy Spirit in my life. I will fight. I will come here every day if I need to. I will fight for you to be in my life because I couldn't handle it anymore. I know that this was beyond me, this addiction. This was not something I could mentally fix on my own. I needed God to fix it for me. Every morning I prayed, I meditate, I read the Bible, I came to church. I stopped our cable service. I cut the certain things we watch, the things we listen to. I had to give my whole heart and soul to God, meaning I had to change the way I talk, change the things I watch, change the way, I think about things. And whenever I feel like I would get depressed or upset about something, I would really just silently pray to God, to myself in that moment, depending on what I was doing, and ask God for guidance. As a result of my surrender, the Holy Spirit entered my life. I feel like my soul is intact. I feel like God is with me in everything I do. I see God in little things, in everything. But I wake up feeling today's a new day. What's going to happen today? Versus before, it was, I have to get up. What am I going to do today? There's so much that has to be done. I don't have an urge to drink. I haven't. Our marriage is a lot better. I see the liquor store, even the ones I would frequent. And I'm like, I remember going there, but I never feel that feeling of, let's go in, let's go, get a little something, just a little bit. It won't hurt. Like that urge is gone. My marriage is 10 times better. It is. We communicate more, the children see it. We're very affectionate towards each other, very respectful of each other. My life is even better. Work, I'm performing a lot better. I know it's hard to have an addiction, and I know you feel like you have nowhere else to run, nowhere else to turn to, and you feel like you tried everything. Everyone else has tried to help you. And I know sometimes you may feel like you have nothing, but you do. You have God. God would always be there with you, even though you may think He's not there for you. He is. I encourage you, surrender your soul, surrender your heart on the altar. You will not regret it. That is something that will fulfill your life and everything that you want.
The same way that these people overcome, you can overcome as well, my dear friend, because these people are not better or worse than you. What they did is that they used their faith. With faith, everything is possible. And with faith, doors becomes open. If you want our help, the doors of the Universal Church are open to you to help you. Here in Stockholm, we are at the Birger Jarlsgatan 106. We are every day open. And if you want to talk to us tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday, or any day, you are our guest to join us. And in Göteborg, we are there also every Sunday, 11 o'clock in the morning. And our address is Ringögatan 13, Infart 7. We are very near to Bacaplan. My friend, give a step of faith, and surely that the God of the Bible will change your life. Have a blessed evening. May God bless you.
You who have been far from God, you feel spiritually weak. You who haven't been to a church in years, God hasn't forgotten you.
The first day I remember we came to the Universal Church, we were received with open arms. I wasn't judged. They didn't look at me because of the color of my skin. They were very open and welcoming to me, not mattering where was my background from or what economic status I had, but they accepted me with open arms. And from that day forward, I saw a change in my life. I was able to sleep. That first night I left from the Universal Church, I wasn't able to sleep. I had insomnia. I also suffered with spiritual problems, or I would see things in the night. That night I was able to sleep. And thanks to the Universal Church and to God that used those men and women of God to help me and to guide us, that our family now today is transformed. Our lives are transformed. I am a woman that is complete, that is in peace. I no longer have hate. I no longer have anger. All of my family now, thanks to God, is complete and together. And I can say with all certainty that I'm a happy woman, married, and have a blessed life, thanks to God.
As I lay me down, heaven hear me now. I'm lost without a cause, after giving it my all. Winter storm has come and darkened my sun. After all that I've been through, who on earth can I turn to? I look to you, I look to you. After all my strength is gone, and you I can be strong. I look to you, I look to you, and when melody...
I'm not leaving this hospital until I know what's wrong with my daughter!
You want out? That's fine with me!
This program is brought to you by UCKG.